Folks, we're jumping into this deck profile for Gengar EX. It's a deck that I've been testing out for a bit that has been doing actually pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie, but I also don't want to pretend like this is clickbait. I want to be completely open and honest with you. This deck needs a lot of work, and there's only so much that you can do to make it playable. The reason why this deck is really hard to play is because Stage 1 Pokemon. Stage 1 Pokemon are extremely difficult to get your hands into, and Gengar is a Stage 2 deck. Rare Candy is a necessity in this deck. However, we are looking to circumvent that issue, and hopefully this deck profile and this gameplay can convince you to try out Gengar and continue to ascend Gengar into a position that it's meta relevant. We're playing double Ghastly, double Haunter, double Gengar EX, one Mischievous, one Mismagius. I always forget how to pronounce her name. I don't know why, it's like a tongue twister for me. And one Giratina. Obviously, your Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar line is so that you can get into your win condition and your anti-meta strategy, which is to prevent your opponent from playing any sort of supporting trainers from their hand. Mischievous and Mismagius EX is there to act as its aggressive role, essentially. It's here to confuse the active Pokemon and hit for 70. It only costs 2 psychic energies, so it's really easy to get onto the board. And Giratina is your tank. It's at 120 HP. This thing is huge. It's a basic Pokemon, and if it has any sort of energy attached to it, you get free retreat cost. For your items and your trainers, you've got double Pokeball, double Mythic Slab, double Pokemon Communication, and double Professor's Research. We literally threw in every single consistency card for Psychic strategies. This is it. There's nothing else that we can add, and it's just a great way to getting into your Haunters, getting into your Gengar EX, and even, if necessary, getting into your Mischievous line. Finally, to round up the deck profile, we've got one Sabrina, one Cyrus, and one Dawn. Dawn pairs amazing with Giratina. You play Giratina on board, it acts as a tank, takes some hits, you attach one energy to it, retreat it for free, use Dawn, and equip it to your Gengar or your Mismagius. The idea behind this deck is to utilize Pokeball, Mythic Slab, Pokemon Communication, and Research to just get into your key cards as quickly as possible. We're only playing 3 other trainers, that's Sabrina, Cyrus, and Dawn, and it's solely for the purpose of control. The idea is to tank with Giratina and utilize your Mismagius EX as your aggressive and supporting role until you can get yourself into a Gengar EX, or if you can do it vice versa, that works as well, but Giratina is always going to be your front line. Is this deck good? Yes, this deck is good for solos. This deck is great for events. It's great for friendly play. Is this deck good meta relevant? It's hard to say. Like I said, I don't want to create this guise that this deck is great. I think all Gengar decks are just suffering. When we get the introduction of Rare Candy, I think at that point is when we will actually see Gengar come out of the fray. Because right now, Gengar is definitely, at least in my personal experience, playing this deck, testing out so many variants of Gengar EX, this deck is a solid 3, maybe a 2.5. It's not a tier 2 deck, and it's definitely not a tier 1 deck. Can it be? Yeah, sure. Once we get some more supporting cards that are maybe specific to Psychic, or again, I keep preaching this on Reddit, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Rare Candy. If you made it this far into the video, thank you for sticking around. I do definitely appreciate it. Give it a like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out the rest of the channel. We've got some great things here. I do Yu-Gi-Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel TCG, Pokemon TCG, and Pokemon Pocket. We're going to jump into some gameplay so that you can see how this deck runs, how it plays through, so that you can see basically how to play the deck and pilot it. Of course, add your own twist to it, use this as a reference point, and work off of it and create an even better Gengar EX deck. Let's jump into that gameplay. Game 1, here we go, going second. You know, that's always a promising start. Starting off with Mischievous, not bad either. We kind of have a really terrible hand, I'm not gonna lie to you. And especially against this matchup, that Skarmory is definitely, what? Okay, I mean, that they stopped me at my words. I was about to say that Skarmory is going to get attached with a, Rocky Helmet. Guess not, guess not. Well, let's mumble on them. Mumble rap. Nice little 20 there, and now I expect them to do 50. Pokemon Communication. Okay, I like that card. It's a nice little tech. I'm actually a huge fan of Pokemon Communication, especially with Stage 2 decks. Finding your Stage 1 is almost feels impossible, and of course they have Potion. Of course. And a Lumberry. What the heck, dude? What even is that? That is so funny. A Lumberry. Yeah, that's really interesting. Dude, Mischievous knockout is not worth it. That was not worth it. You just gave me more time to build up my Gengar EX. Thank you, I appreciate that. You know what, we'll even Sabrina the little fossil too. And we'll call it a turn here, and then we can go into our Haunter. If we get a Dawn, Dawn would be really magnificent too. I don't think that they're going to retreat the fossil. Didn't get the Dawn, that's fine. Let's see. Oh, this card can't retreat. Awesome. All right, we can retreat for free. And now they can't use any trainers, so they're stuck. Oh, are they gonna discard the fossil? I don't know if that would be a good idea to discard the fossil. Maybe, actually it might be a good idea. I'm not sure. Oh, wow. Yes, it was. Skarmory for 50, but we'll sweep it. We'll sweep it right now. Skarmory decks rely way too much on supporters, by the way. That is awesome. Spooky shot for the sweep. Nice. Single prizes, but that's cool. We'll sweep the next Skarmory, and then we'll beat down that... I forget what it's called. Sheldon, something like that. All right. This is a good showcase of this Gengar deck. No lie. GG. Let me know what y'all think so far. The deck's not bad, but still, you know, I wouldn't say that it's a decent deck if you want to play Gengar. If you want to play Gengar, this is a decent deck. If you want to play Gengar competitively, you'll just have to workshop a lot. This took me a really long time to fine tune, and the reason why it took me so long is because Gengar just struggles, as most stage 2 decks do. Well, let's go to game 2. Go game 2, and we're going second. Thank you so much. Starting off with Giratina, our tank, so that it can tank up a lot of the attacks. Works so well with Dawn, by the way. And we're playing against Mew X. I wonder what deck this is going to be. My best guess is that this is going to be like Dialga or something. Okay, double communication. That's okay. Let's go research. Another research and a Haunter. That was awful for us. Let's get rid of one of our Haunters and see what we pull here. Not what I wanted to see, but better, because if we pull Mischievous, we can go into Mismagius. Come on, give us something good here. Ghastly, jeez. We'll have to go into our Giratina right now. And maybe, no, we won't swap it yet. We'll swap it when that Mew EX gets closer to that genome hacking. Research, Togepi. We're playing a Togekiss deck, what I understand. Oh, yes. This is what I love to see. Oh my goodness. Yes, times like a million right now. Yo, yeah, absolutely. Let's go Will-O-Wisp right now. Yo, dude. We can pull that Mew EX and knock it quickly. Hopefully we can. Yo, we are knocking that Mew EX easy. Are they going to retreat the Mew EX? I think they are, actually. They're not. What? Would you retreat? Okay, if this was you were playing this Togekiss deck, would you retreat the Mew EX? I honestly would. I 100% would. Let's go Dawn here. Take that energy from Giratina, and then we'll equip the energy here. We'll Pokeball. I won't go to Mismagius just yet. Actually, I might now because I've got like no hand. So let's do it. Why not? Let's go Spooky Shot, and now they've got no Cynthia to play. No Cynthia. Cynthia is like the backbone of Togekiss, by the way. So, dude, nice. Let's see. Oh my gosh, that Togekiss is stacked, bro. Ooh. Give me a Sabrina. Okay, Haunter, that's fine too. Okay, let's see what we can do here. I'm thinking, yeah, let's go Mismagius here, and then we'll swing on a Spooky Shot. I know we're going to get knocked, but that's okay, because they have to forcefully attack us. They won't be able to activate any supporter until they knock that Gengar EX, and we'll be able to knock out that Togekiss next turn if it stays on board. Otherwise, they're not knocking out that Gengar EX at all. Yeah, we took 120, and it's going to get another plus 60 damage. That Togekiss is brutal. But we've got Mismagius EX as our amazing supporting role. Oh, yeah, let's go. Magical Delusion, knock out the Togekiss, and nothing else. There's nothing else that this player can do. I mean, yeah, it took one prize, but it's not like they won't play the Mew, right? They really won't play the Mew. They're probably going to try to use genome hacking. That's so good. And you draw a card. That's cool. Let's start building up that Gengar. Go Magical Delusion. Honestly, I think the better play would have been going for that Mew EX, building that Mew EX so that they can use genome hacking, because Sigilyph is, yeah, now that it's confused, you're running that RNG, that luck to see if you won't hit yourself instead of attacking my Pokemon. So I mean, let's see how it goes down. Let's see how it goes down. Okay, here comes another Togekiss. Oh my goodness, another Togekiss would be pretty good actually. Yo, X speed on the Sigilyph? No way. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, that's cool. They're really trying to knock out the Miss Magius. Fairy Wind. Oh man, let's go. GG, my friend. GG. There it is. There it is. Let me know what y'all think. Game 2. Togekiss is not like a high tier deck either, but neither is Gengar. And we're building this deck with the idea that we understand that Gengar is more played because we're fans of Gengar. It's a fan favorite, and you want to main Gengar in some way, shape, or form. And I think this is one of the better variants currently for Gengar. But the minute that Rare Candy hits Pokemon TCG Pocket, Stage 2 decks are going to get the much needed buff that they need. Let's jump into the last game. Third and final game, we're going second. This is like the best start. We've got Mischievous and Communication, Research, Haunter, Dawn. We're playing against Pidgey with Electricity. I wonder what type of deck this is. Magnezone Pidgeot maybe? Okay, go on Pokeball. Let's see what they draw into. They got the Pidgey, the Pokeball, Eevee. Are they playing Jolteon? Pidgeot. That would be really wild actually. Like that would be pretty darn good, no lie. Okay, we've got Giratina, say less. All right, let's go research first. A research into a Ghastly, yes please. Let's go Pokemon Communication. We'll dump the Giratina. We don't need a tank right now. Hit a Miss Magius. I forget how to pronounce that card's name. And we'll go for a Mumble here. And then we'll start to sweep literally next turn. This is so good. And I say that constructively, right? Because we all know Gengar suffers consistency. We got Pidgeotto coming out on board. Yo, we're about to sweep Flareon and Lightning Energy? What deck is this? Because it feels a bit random, no lie. Like it doesn't seem like it has a lot of great synergy, but you know what, it kind of does because Flamethrower only needs 2 colorless. So this actually can work. Ooh. All right, okay. Oh, we got our Giratina back, nice. We've got our Miss Magius, our Haunter here. We'll equip, and then we will research. Oh, say less, my friends, say less. Oh my gosh, and another Gengar. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Let's go for a Magical Delusion here. We'll confuse the Flareon. And then we'll sweep that Flareon next turn. GG. All right, there's the Jolteon. Jolteon's actually pretty cracked. And a Pidgeot EX. Okay, I'm not putting any more Pokemon onto the bench because that Pidgeot EX is going to do some serious damage. So this is what we'll do instead. We'll go ahead and Gengar EX instead. We will equip the Gengar EX and then we'll run over that Flareon. Before we do that, actually, let's do a Pokeball. I don't think I have any more targets. Ooh, one last Ghastly. Okay. We've got Dawn and we'll do a Magical Delusion. Run over that Flareon. I expect the Jolteon to come out now. But Jolteon has no energies attached. Let me get a Sabrina, dude. Or, yo, let me get a Cyrus because Cyrus is live now because that Pidgeot EX is knocked. It's got some damage on it. This is not a bad deck. Not a bad deck. Unfortunately, it's still a solid tier 3 or tier C. However you do your tiers. It needs a lot of work. Okay, we could, you know what? Yeah, I kind of want to. Let's Gengar and then we'll Dawn. Y'all seen this? Y'all seen this nice little combo here? We'll go for the one-hit knockout. Pull out that Pidgeot EX, and Pidgeot EX is going to do some heavy damage, but they can't even use any supporting cards, and we'll get 100 on that Pidgeot. And if we can't knock that Pidgeot because they use, like, I don't know, a potion, we'll still be able to confuse it and hope that the luck is on our side here. Yo, okay, I got Cyrus. Let's go, Miss Magius, and let's Spooky Shot. GG, my friends, GG. Again, keep in mind, I know that you've seen some gameplay right now and you're thinking, dang, this deck is actually not bad. Or maybe you're not thinking that. Maybe you think this deck still needs a lot of work. The thing is with this deck is that, yes, it'll do some really great upsets. It holds up against the meta. But the struggle is those stage ones. Stage ones are just really hurting us very, very much. If you want to play a Psychic deck, I really would state play Miss Magius EX with Gardevoir so that you can turbo and maybe one Mewtwo. But yeah, I mean, fortunately, it's just It's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. We'll knock the Pidgey for game. GG. Let me know what y'all think though in the comments below. Is this a deck that you would try out? I know we're trying to make Gengar as active and viable as possible, but we're just not there, unfortunately. We really just are not there yet. Once Rare Candy hits Pokemon Pocket TCG, Gengar deck will snap. You won't have to focus on playing all of these consistency cards. You'll actually have a meta contending deck, and Gengar will jump from a tier 3 to a tier 2, maybe even a tier 1 because of its anti-meta strategy. But for now, yeah, this deck is fun. It's fun. Play it with solos, play it with friends. Be cautious when you play in the event and when you play in the TCG ladder. But if you made it this far into the video, let me know what y'all think. Comment, like, share, subscribe. It's fun nonetheless, testing this deck out. Miss Magius is a heck of a card. Really, really, really good. Really enjoyed it. Take care.